Howdy YouTube, Conrad here. Sorry for the shaky camera today. I'm on my phone. My computer is not getting the lighting that I need, and I don't have the money to buy lights for it. And I also want to say thank you for watching the last 4 videos. This is really nerve-wracking for me. I'm not used to talking to a camera, hate the sound of my voice like most people do. But I really feel like as gamers, we don't get a lot of outside help other than maybe forums. And it's hard to put thoughts clearly the way we want them to sound on a forum. You know, the old adage that text is emotionless. I also want to say thank you for Declasser, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, from Discord for helping me figure out a little bit of the framing issues here. Again, never filmed before, this is new. Today's video is hopefully going to be a little bit shorter. Oh, there we go, look at the phone issue. We're going to go back over what I feel to be a really important subject as the phone goes crazy. Forget that mess. About breaking rules, specifically to have fun and to tell your story. Open Legend, in particular, needs to understand this. The game does not include resource management. It expects you to be able to do cantrips all the time. There is no such thing as a dog coming down the hallway to lick your face. Go away, dog. Games like Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Exalted, most Wild West games, Star Wars games, they all have very specific mechanics to the world that you need to follow to a degree. Cthulhu in particular, you can't play Cthulhu without insanity. There's no insanity in Open Legend, so you have to make rules. Now, let's say you're like my buddy and I, and he wants to make a Mistborn game, or Warbreaker, or, you know, Bryan Sanderson kind of stuff for our own personal use. Because we both love the Open Legend system, we're trying to convert it. In worlds such as that, consumable items, resource tracking is incredibly important. Open Legend does not support that style of play out of the box. The premise of Open Legend is that you know, resource tracking isn't necessary. You don't have to track your spells, you don't need to track your ammo, you just need to track your hit points. Gold isn't a thing. But what about if you're in a world where those kinds of mechanics are required? Break your game. Just flat out, don't worry about it. If it's fun for your story, the rules are going to be the same at the end of the day anyways, right? For example, let's take Bryan Sanderson's Mistborn stuff. In Open Legend, you can only maintain one boon at a time, and it does one specific thing unless you have, you know, feats that say otherwise. But if you're a Misting or a Mistborn and you burn a metal, and suddenly you're doing all sorts of things, and if you're a Mistborn, you're able to burn multiple metals, as my arm starts to tire here. Sorry about that. And the rules for Open Legend don't support this out of the box. They just don't. They also don't use consumables as a necessary expenditure. Damn, that's real bad. Alright. But in Bryan Sanderson's world, it is required. So if you want to play that system, you have to give it up. Star Wars, for example, right? You can kind of do the Force in and of itself, by itself. But there's points in time where you need to have the rules broken, right? Doing something stronger than you normally could do. The rules for telekinesis in Open Legend don't let you lift a Star Cruiser. Star Wars you can if you have the Force. That's really all I'm trying to say today. It's going to be a short video. Break your own rules, okay? Open Legends rules, D&D's rules, Pathfinder rules, they're written on a page. They're not set in stone. There's no gun to your head saying you have to use those rules. Break them apart and keep the core aspect of your system, right? If it's D&D, make sure you're rolling D20s for everything and that you're adding attribute dice. I mean, you're adding your attribute modifier. If you're playing Open Legend, make sure you're sticking to attribute dice, that you're using success with a twist and fail but the story progresses. You can play Open Legend entirely without feats, boons, or banes. You can restructure it any way you like. Just make sure you're giving the general creators, you know, their due diligence and try it before you buy it, kind of thing. If try it with the rules as written before you try to do it with the rules not written, right? So yeah, just make the game your own. Have fun. The world is yours as you create it. If you're the only ones playing it, it doesn't matter if it's by the book. It doesn't really make any sense to limit yourself when it can be more fun the other way, or it can be more close to the story you want to say. That's all I really had for today. I've been thinking about that a lot this week. Been helping with a lot of conversions. Again, if you want some help, I'm always available to throw some ideas my way, and I'll give feedback. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on the Discord server for Open Legend RPG under the name Conrad Curtis. I'm there all the time. I'm willing to help out as much as I can. And yeah, just have fun with your games. That's what we're here for. Don't worry about the rules. The rules are only there to facilitate you having some fun. So please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Open Legend and gaming content. This is the Grumpy Gardener. Have a wonderful day.